Hi everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to my channel. When I first heard about this QVQ model from Quen, I had huge expectations. I knew from the onset that I won't be able to run this sort of huge model with 72 billion parameter locally, so I was hoping that I would be able to use its quant or quantized level, maybe Q6 or Q5 or even Q8 on my local system, and then we will try it out with the help of Olama or any other tool which would enable us to run that quant locally. So if you remember, I did a video on QVQ few days ago when it was newly released, as someone from the channel pointed me to it, and the performance was extremely disappointing. And I since then I have tried out a lot of quants. I have tried out different tools, but all the quants of this QVQ model really don't really meet the expectations. So that is why I haven't really revisited and shown you another video on QVQ. But since then, I have been receiving a lot of feedback from people that this model is not as bad as we thought it was when we covered it as a quant on my previous video. So in this video, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try this model out again on few of the hard images because it's a vision model with reasoning, and we will be using a Hugging Face space provided by Quen itself, and I will drop the link to it in video's description. Now, if you look at the benchmarks which have been shared on the model card, they are actually quite impressive with this QVQ. The reason why I actually was quite taken aback and was a bit disappointed with the performance of the quantization of this model, because I had, as I said, huge expectations from the model, because not only if you look at these benchmarks, plus if you really read through what exactly they are trying to do here, it is quite interesting. Now this QVQ is a model which brings a language closer to the vision. What it means is that we have LLMs and then we have vision models. At one side we have models which can understand and converse in a language and even sort of think in a language which chain of thought quite nicely, and then we have quite performant vision models which can understand images. So in this QVQ, Quen, who is from Alibaba, they have tried to bring in this vision closer to the language, and that is why I thought, okay, this could be a real game changer here. But we saw, for the quantized level it was not good. That is why I'm very keen to try it out in full on this Hugging Face space on some of the hard images. Now if you look at this benchmark, this is really astounding. The first column after the benchmarks is the QVQ, and you can see that on triple MU, which is a university level multidisciplinary multimodal evaluation data set to assess models visual related comprehensive understanding and reasoning capabilities, the score is really good if you compare it to the leading models like Claude 3.5 Sonnet and GPT-4o, the previous version. And if you look at the Math Vista, this is where I am extremely keen to try it out, both Math Vista and Math Vision, too, because look at the score. The score is really amazing. It has beaten all the other models by a wide margin. Math Vista is a mathematics focused visual reasoning test set that evaluates capabilities such as logical reasoning with puzzle test graphics, algebraic reasoning with function graphs, and scientific reasoning with academic paper figures. Whereas Math Vision is a high quality multimodal mathematical reasoning test set derived from real mathematics competitions that features greater problem diversity and subject breadth compared to Math Vista. And then finally, we have this Olympiad bench. That's an Olympic competition level bilingual multimodal science benchmark test set containing a lot of problems, close to 8,000 from Olympic mathematics and physics competitions, including the Chinese college entrance exam. So scores are quite good. Olympiad bench not so much. So, but I'm more keen on this math one. So that is why mainly my focus in this video will be to test it out on few of the vision language tasks with math problem. So let's try it out. Let me take you to the Hugging Face page, and as I said, I will drop the link to it in video description. Let me select an image from my local system. So I have selected this image, and this basically gives us a question and then around 5 options. I'll just say read the question in image and then select the correct option, and then I'm going to submit it. There you go. And look at its chain of thought. It says, let's see here, the problem says that n is average of 3 numbers. That's good. And then it is solving it. Look at this. Very nice. So it is just rechecking its answer. It is going again and again. It is checking all the options, and I am letting it run so that you would also see that how it is thinking. And this is what I was expecting from the model, because this is a QVQ which I checked, which was not really good. And then we had this QWQ, another language model from Quen, which was simply out of this world. And we even tried it out with uncensored, we tried it out with Olama, worked like a charm even in the quantized level. Okay, there you go. So it has given this A and the final answer. Spot on. Amazing stuff. And really, the reasoning is quite good. Okay, so let's try out another one. And I'm just going to just give it an equation, and this is the equation. And I'll say give the answer to this equation. Let's wait for it. There you go. So what it equals, it understood what it needs to do. And this is going through the PEMDAS. Very nice. You see, how good is that? And this is what I was expecting. So I'm very sort of relieved to see that the model is not that disappointing as I thought earlier. So full marks to Quen for producing this QVQ. There you go. And the answer is totally correct. Amazing stuff. Okay, let me press X. Let me select another equation here. Now this time I have just selected this equation. I'm not giving it any prompt. Let's see if it can deduce from this image that from this question mark. Let me run it. There you go, equals what? Yes, that's nice. Let's wait for it. There you go. Look at the reasoning. It is simply amazing stuff. And we saw the same from QWQ. There you go. And it says that I am confident that answer is 1. It says I think I have covered all the possible angles here. So it's a real thinking vision model. Nice stuff. Okay, let's try out another one. This is okay. I think this is, maybe I'll just select it and see what it says here. This is just an architecture diagram. I'll just say describe the image. This is not a math problem. Let's see what it does here. There you go, exactly. So because it has a lot of machine learning symbols too, and it has very nicely identified the letters, it has identified the images, that it is about facial animation, and then these are the extractor, motion extractor, looks really cool. There you go. And these are the loss function. This is really exceeding the expectations. Really good stuff. But you see that even if I haven't asked any question, it is sort of trying to give me the answer about it. There you go. So the system aims to generate realistic facial animations. Pretty good, not bad at all. Okay, let's try out another one. I'm just going to give it this one, which I again, these are a question mark. Let's see what it does here. And I'm just going to say submit. And you can see that this model only supports singleton dialogue. I cannot just start a chat with it. There you go. So it knows that what it needs to do, and then it is assigning the variables to each fruit to make it easy to work with. That's good. So you see, very, very intelligently, it has assigned numbers to the different fruits, and it has identified that this is coconut. This is really impressive. It's not that easy to identify. Banana and apple is okay, but coconut, wow, this is good. And then it has gone in, it is just still working. There you go. And finally, it has arrived at the answer, and the answer is again spot on. Really good stuff. Okay, let's try to see if it can do some sort of maybe multilingual OCR. Now here I have given it this image and I am asking it what is the text in this image? What is original language of this text? Translate it into English. Let's run it. And there you go, it has identified that it is Chinese text, and it says that it could be a title or headline from newspaper or website, and then it is going very, very nicely, thinking word by word that this is probably a person name in pinyin, that would be something, then there's a colon, and then it is going word by word. It's a formal one, going looks, instead of giving the answer immediately, it is thinking it, it is slicing and dicing the answer, and then it is giving the final one. This is the original text. If you are a Chinese speaker, please also confirm if it is correct, and also the translation. So this advocates for comprehensive transmission of Chinese information. Very nice, good stuff. There you go. Okay, let's try out another one. Now in the next one, I'm asking it what is the time on the clock. Let's check it out. There you go, again it is thinking. There you go. This is really nice, really, really nice. I think that's it. It seems straightforward, no need to overcomplicate it. Very nice. So it is 10 to 10, which is quite good. Okay, so now, okay, next up I have again given it a bit of a hard one. In this one, I am asking it extract the text, identify the language, and then explain the text in English and see if you can identify the author. Now, this text is from the Persian or Farsi language, which is mainly the language of Iran, I think the Tajikistan, Afghanistan, and then Azerbaijan and few other countries, of course. Now, this is one of the rubai or a poem from a polymath from Persia from 11th century, Umar Khayyam, who was not only a poet but also a philosopher, scientist, astronomer, mathematician, lot of other things. So let's see if model is able to identify that. Let me run it and I will show you live what model says. There you go. Text is good. And then it says that Persian script, yes, and it is going explaining the text in English. That is nice. But if you are a Persian speaking, please also confirm if it is right or not. It looks good to me. There you go. It says Persian poetry has a rich history, like Hafiz, Sadi, Rumi, and Omar Khayyam. This is our guy. And it says Hafiz or Umar Khayyam, but I need to be careful. How good is that? Look at the reasoning. This is just simply amazing. First searching for Umar Khayyam's Rubaiyat, it couldn't find that. Hafiz Ghazal. Okay, so I think it is going with Hafiz. Wait a minute, looking at pad. There you go. It is again checking its stuff. So exact match it couldn't find, but still it is saying that. So you see, it is not hallucinating. If it can't find it, because it's not that well known Rubai, by the way. So again, it has summed it up. Language Persian, yes, themes looks good, and then it says that possibly Hafiz or Umar Khayyam, but not confirmed. How good is that? Really good. So you see, it is not hallucinating. This is the main thing here. I'm very, very impressed by the model. And finally, let's also try to confuse the model. So I'm just going to give it this image. Wait, this one. And this is I used it in my another video where we just were creating this movie from text. Anyway, I'm just going to say describe the image. Let's submit it. Let's see if it confuses it with the amazing movie by John Travolta, Pulp Fiction, or not. There you go. So it has, OCR is awesome. You see that it has read it very finely, and then it is talking about this. The background is rich. There you go. Amazing stuff. And then, yep, it has described the overall scene. Yes, that is a nostalgia, intrigue, and then play on words in the title. Very nice. Yep, Pulp Fiction genre. There you go. Very nice. Very, very good stuff. Okay, finally, and very last one. Let's see if it knows me or not. I'm sure it doesn't, but let's check it out. Now, this is again another AI generated image which I used in my another video, and you will be able to see that video very soon. Now, what I'm trying to do here, I'm saying, who are these people in this image? Think hard and try to identify them as much as possible. Now, this image which is in the middle is my quite an old image, and it is available on Google Images and a lot of other websites for many years. So I'm just checking that is this model has been fine-tuned or trained on the public images. If it is, was it able to include my image in that data set? Let's see. So it says, if you look at the response, it says these are three separate images, which is correct. Starting with first person, it is describing that and it says, but I don't have any immediate familiarity with her face because it's an AI generated one. And then more second person. This is what I'm more interested. Who is a man with short dark hair and a bit of stubble on his face. That is correct. He is wearing a collared t-shirt, a shade of green. And then it says that I need to recall if I have seen him before, but again, no immediate recognition. Okay, that is fine. Now it says lastly, the third person is another man who also has short dark hair. It says suggesting it might be the same person in different expression. This is good. Very nice. Very nice. So I'm just scrolling down quickly, and some first person, women with this, second person this, man with similar. Very nice. And then it is thinking, because I told the model to think very hard. Amazing stuff. You see? Look at the response. So I say, in conclusion, based on given image alone and without any additional it was unable to identify the people depicted in it. Okay, so that was pretty interesting, but you see, model didn't make up anything. Amazing stuff. So look, of course I take back what I said earlier in my other video, that I was not sure about the model, but I think the full version of the model is great, and I alluded to it in my other video too, that I believe that maybe the full model would be awesome, and that is the case. But as far as quantization is concerned, this also tells us that we should not be trusting the quant level models. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on it. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network, as it helps a lot. Thank you for watching.